Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. We're jumping right in today because we've got a massive spotlight to shine on a problem that, well, it's entirely invisible from where you're sitting right now. But it could literally be costing you serious money and compromising your comfort every single day. We're talking about invisible duct leaks, hiding right above us in Coral Springs attics. Now, as professionals, we at Bright Air Duct Cleaning see this specific scenario all the time. I mean, constantly. We get calls from frustrated homeowners who just can't seem to keep their homes cool, no matter how hard their AC units are turning. And you know what? 9 times out of 10, the culprit isn't the air conditioner itself. Nope, the culprit is the delivery system. So let's uncover this hidden threat together, shall we?
So let me ask you this. Is your attic secretly stealing your cold air? I know, it kind of sounds like the plot of a bad suspense movie, doesn't it? But making this abstract concept of ductwork highly personal is really the first step to understanding it. You see, right above your perfectly painted ceilings, there is a completely different world. It's an environment that can actually become actively hostile to the equipment living up there. Think about your attic as like an environmental enemy lurking right above your head. You pay good money to condition your air, right? To chill it down to a nice, comfortable 70 degrees. But before that air ever reaches your living room, it has to travel straight through enemy territory.
Okay, let's dive into this. We have a really well-structured investigation for you today. We're going to start with the hidden attic threat, see exactly how heat loosens your ducts, and look at the actual cost of that hot air. Then we'll hit on contaminants and air quality before checking out how we diagnose this with pressure testing, and finally, the UL-181 ceiling solution. Let's get to it. Part 1. The hidden attic threat. The unseen problem above your ceiling. Picture this. During the peak of summer, while your living room is nice and cool, the temperature in your attic is absolutely skyrocketing. It's dark, it's stifling, and it is incredibly humid. It is essentially an oven where your delicate ductwork lives. Because of that extreme environment, duct leaks are highly common in Coral Springs attics. We at Bright Air Duct Cleaning respond to these exact calls all year round. A lot of people, they assume ductwork is permanent and indestructible, like it's installed once and then you just forget about it forever. But the reality? The reality is that your highly vulnerable network of tubes and connections is fighting a daily, brutal battle against the elements up there. Which brings us to Section 2, How Heat Loosens Ducts. The environmental antagonists. Let's walk through the chronological life cycle of a flex duct. On day 1, beautiful. You have perfectly intact connections. Everything is tight, secured, and sealed exactly as it should be. But give it a few months or years of constant exposure to intense heat and heavy humidity, and a breakdown inevitably begins. The materials physically expand and contract with the temperature swings. Actually, think of it like breathing. Expand, contract, expand, contract. The adhesives used at the joints start to degrade. The outer jackets of the flex ducts get stressed. Over time, those once tight connections simply loosen up, and the inevitable end result? Leaks form. It's just a relentless, slow-motion attack on the structural integrity of your entire HVAC system. Section 3. The cost of hot air, or how this starts hitting your wallet. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the contrast here. When a system functions perfectly, your blower pushes clean, conditioned air through a sealed tube directly to your rooms. Easy, right? But when a duct leaks, especially on the return side, which is the part pulling air from inside your home back into the AC unit to be cooled, it essentially reverses your intent. The system starts acting like a massive vacuum. Instead of just pulling in mild air from your hallway, you are sucking a 130-degree unconditioned attic environment straight into your delicate climate control loop. And man, the immediate financial impact of this hot air invasion is striking. Pulling all that unconditioned air into the system means your equipment is suddenly fighting a totally losing battle against itself. Your air conditioner is working incredibly hard, using tremendous amounts of electricity to chill the air, but an open gap is piping intense heat right back into the mix. Because the desired temperature on your thermostat is never reached, the compressor just keeps running. It runs longer and longer. This wears down the motor, shortens the lifespan of your entire unit, and obviously raises your overall cooling costs to painful levels. Homeowners often call us thinking their entire AC unit is busted, only to realize the unit is totally fine. The ducts are just hemorrhaging cold air. Section 4. Contaminants and air quality. The unseen threat to your lungs. A leaking duct significantly reduces indoor air quality. I mean, really think about what else is floating around in that hot attic air besides just the heat itself. You've got thick layers of dust, microscopic particles of old fiberglass insulation, insect droppings, yuck. And here in humid Coral Springs, you very likely have active mold spores and mildew up there too. When your ductwork breaks open and creates that vacuum effect we talked about, it serves as a direct, unhindered gateway for all those unwanted elements to enter your home's breathing space. You are essentially aerosolizing the contents of your attic and forcefully pumping it into your living room, your kitchen, and your bedrooms 24 hours a day. Not exactly what you want your family breathing in, for sure. Moving right along to Section 5, diagnosing with pressure testing. This is where the professional detective work comes in. So the crucial point is, because these leaks are often hidden deep under mountains of blown-in insulation or tucked into tight, basically impossible to reach corners of the attic, you simply can't find them all with a standard flashlight. That's why pressure testing is an absolute necessity. It's a diagnostic method used to locate precise leaks within a duct system. We at Bright Air Duct Cleaning don't just guess or slap tape on the spots that look a little worn out. No way. We seal off the registers, pressurize the entire network of ducts, and use highly calibrated digital instruments. This lets us measure exactly how much air is escaping, and way more importantly, precisely where those microscopic breaches are located. Without this technology, you are quite literally flying blind. And finally, Section 6, the UL 181 sealing solution. Stopping the invasion. Let's move to our repair sequence and see how this builds from diagnosis to the final fix. It's straightforward but highly effective. Step 1. We locate the exact leaks using the pressure testing we just discussed. Step 2. We seal those breaches with UL 181 approved tape or mastic. Now listen, this mastic isn't something you just pick up in the hardware store duct tape aisle. No, it's a specialized, thick, rubbery sealant that we literally paint over the failing joints. As it cures, it chemically bonds to the material and forms this hard, airtight shell. Crucially, it remains just flexible enough to expand and contract with that intense attic heat we talked about without ever cracking or breaking again. Finally, Step 3, with all the breaches completely sealed, we restore proper airflow back to your home. This brilliantly illustrates how a professional repairer provides a powerful dual benefit. Sealing effectively stops contaminants from entering your supply air. We aren't just locking the cold, conditioned air inside your ducts to drastically lower your monthly cooling bills, though that's a huge plus. We are simultaneously locking the hot, dusty, moldy attic air completely out. It's a 2-for-1 deal. You restore your temperature control, and you instantly upgrade your indoor air quality by permanently closing that gateway. It is a total victory over the attic environment. So I'll leave you with this question. Is the constant heat and humidity in your attic quietly loosening your duct connections right now? As you sit there feeling the AC blow, just remember what that equipment is fighting through up above. Don't let your attic steal your comfort, your money, or your clean air. If you suspect your system is compromised, or honestly, if you just want the peace of mind that your home is sealed tight, we are here to help. We at Bright Air Duct Cleaning are your local experts in diagnosing and solving this exact problem. You can find us at Bright Air Duct Cleaning, 1216 Henderson Road, Suite 2A, Tampa, Florida 33625. Give us a call at 813-867-6337. We're available Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Stay cool, stay informed, and I'll see you next time.